right, guys, so this is the last day of lessons. So we're talking about day 3, and today we're going to talk about compound events and sample spaces. So we're still dealing with the same standard. Today we're going to talk about sample spaces um, and how to get them when we have compound events. So what you're going to learn today is how to identify compound events, how to find sample spaces for compound events, and how to find the probability of compound events. So a compound event is more than one event happening at a time. More than one event happening. And sample space is the total number of outcomes. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on. Uh-oh, I put this in the wrong spot. Not yet. Okay, so we're going to do example question number 1 for today. It says we're rolling 2 standard number cubes. And here's an example at the top of what the standard number cubes look like. They normally go 1 through 6. They look like dice. One of the possible outcomes is 1 and 1. Now it's asking us what are the other possible outcomes. So you have 2 die that you're rolling. And when you have these 2 die, each number on the die has its own its own event. So here I would say if I roll the first die, I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If I roll the second die, I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here are the 2 separate events. But if I do the events together, which is called a compound event, then I could possibly get 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 1, 6. And what this means is on the first roll, on the first dice I get 1, and the second dice I get 1. So that means the first roll is 1. The first dice is 1, the second dice is also 1. First dice is 1, second dice is 2. First dice is 1, second dice is 3, and so on. And here we would get 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, and here we would get 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, and 4, 6. And here we get 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, and 5, 6. 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, and 6, 6. All right, so inside, I'm going to highlight what we started with. These are the separate dice here, so don't get this confused with the sample space. So these are the 2 dice, and when I roll them together, that's called the event that I'm doing, or the experiment that I'm doing. So if I look here, I want to know what are all the other possible outcomes. So we can get 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and I'm going to put an ellipsis for so on, because you can continue this list all the way what's on this table here we just created. And it says how many outcomes are in the sample space. So if we look, we want to find out how many outcomes are in the sample space. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. There are 36 outcomes in this sample space. So the total sample space here is 36. Now there's another way you could have did this. You didn't have to count 1 by 1. You know you have 6 on this side and 6 on this side. So you could do 6 by 6, which is 36. Okay? So it says, what's the probability of rolling 2 on the first die and 2 on the second die? So if I call this up here the first die, 1, 2, I'm not redoing this. Hold on, babies. I'm going to take a picture of the one I just created. Give me a second. All right, let me shrink this down. So here is the table I just created from the other page, and it's asking me to answer some questions about this now. Only thing I would say is you label which one you want to be first. So I'm going to call this my first die, and then I'm going to call this my second die here. So that means I went 1 here, die. No, we'll call this one down here the first. Call this the first die, and call this one the second die. Alright, so what's the probability of rolling 2 on the first die and 2 on the second die? So we're looking for 2 and 2. So here is 2 on the first die and 2 on the second die. So what I want, so the probability of rolling that is 1 out of the possible 36 samples for my total sample space. And it says, what's the probability that the first die rolled is a 5? So we're going to go look. This is my first die here, and I'm looking for where the first die is 5. It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 6 out of 36. And then that would break me down to 1 out of 6. And we are finished. And of course, you can get the decimal or the percentage form. Okay, let's see what's next. This is example question. Oh. Let's see what I got going on here. Okay, so I have some duplicates. So we're finished. Alright, so we had 2 example questions. Now go ahead and go to Canvas and knock out those problems. See you later.